Some of you have asked for an update on this Whirlpool Cabrio washing machine. You want to put the lid down for a second just so they can see. Aha, there's the business end. Well, the programming end anyway. And we got these actually as a pair back in February of 2017. So this is a 5.5-year or 66-month update on these machines. Notice that we still have them, and she still likes them quite a bit, and she'll, butt in when she needs to butt in. Now, we've made some changes as to what she uses for her magic goo and fluids and whatever else, scent beads and stuff that over the years, but we have had no repairs. That is, 0 donut repairs on either the washing machine or the dryer. Yeah, there's a dryer there. A couple of recommendations that kind of go without saying, but a lot of people just forget about it. When you install these things and periodically move them around to, get the, fuzz or something that can build up underneath, you need to make sure that both when they're installed and for the lifetime of how both of these machines are being used, that they are mounted level. That is, front to back, also side to side. Because if you have a machine, especially your washing machine, and it's tilted, one way or another, you're going to have premature bearing wear. And I can tell you that when we got these installed, they were not installed properly. So basically, the installation people came in, and as soon as they left, I tore everything out and redid it again the right way. And I had this little thing known as a level gauge, which I didn't bring with me right now, and made sure that everything was level. So we've had no issues. And I think, let's see, how many times in 66 months has this machine become unbalanced? Once?
Maybe once, twice, tops.
Yes. Okay, so years go by before this thing actually unbalances. And she stuffs it with all different kinds of things. Remember, if you're going to go with one of these newer type machines that are so popular, it's got a wash plate rather than a vertical agitator, you need to load it properly. We also recommend that you use a higher quality, not the absolute cheapest detergents you can possibly find. And I know that's somewhat of an issue for some people, as you've told me in the comment section. So she's gonna just load her up, and she'll show you how she does everything, and she can talk about some of the changes she's made over the years. I do know that she used to not use pods, the pod system, and now she uses the pods, and she won't go back to whatever she was using previously. So she really likes the pods. You may or may not like the pods, but this machine seems to work well with, anything you put in it. Okay, so let her rip.
Ta-da!
Yeah, ta-da. So go ahead and...
First we have our smellies.
Yeah,
I love
your
them.
scent beads.
I don't know if the guys like them so much in their laundry, but I like them.
There was one person in... Oh, by the way, there's a playlist on these machines.
I usually just take a handful and I just pour it right over the center, and it's pretty much evenly distributed.
And this person left one of the innumerable nasty comments on, I can't believe you use those things, they cause cancer. And I'm like, really? So people would be literally expiring, that is dying everywhere, if those actually cause cancer, because a lot of people use those. Okay?
Here we just have handy dandy tap water.
Yep.
And I just put a little bit in the fabric softener to kind of dilute the softener a little bit. I don't know, for a while I seemed to have an issue with when I put softener in there and I'd close the drawer, and if you closed it too hard or something, all the softener drained out into the machine before I started. So we tried doing a little bit of water with the softener to kind of dilute it a little bit, and I've not had any issues since. So that's kind of what I keep going with.
So we dilute the softener just a tiny bit,
and
so
I bought the Jumbotron container here, and I don't use the lid, so I got to hold this 3-gallon container over the
the huge
thing.
family size, and we're only 3 people.
I just put a little in. I don't even get up to the max line because I don't need that much.
Now, how often do you take that tray out and clean it?
Oh, I probably take it out once a month and clean it, because you
get the
see
goo
there's
build
a little
up.
bit of, because water stays in there.
Yeah.
When the load is finished, there'll still be water in
There's
both these trays.
A dark spot.
Yep.
Yep. That's just
So-
what happens with the fabric softener. So this is removable, and you
Yeah.
can clean each tray independently.
Yeah, see, there's a little water left in this one. I didn't add water just now, but there's water remaining from the last load of laundry I did. So,
Yeah.
water that sits like that for several days tends to build up a little bit over a month. So, that's all I do for that. And now we're just going to load our sheets.
So let's see. You don't put the pods in yet.
Nope,
You just
don't
have
put
the
the
scent
pods in.
beads. Okay. All right.
Scent beads have to go in first.
Okay.
And then the joy of loading this machine.
Yeah.
Around the outside of, well, right now it's going in the whole barrel, but see, I kind of got it in there, but now I have to make sure that there's a center. You,
Leave a space
so
in the
you can
middle.
see the,
Yeah. Leave a space in the middle. That's what the directions say. It's what you're supposed to do.
I miss the days of just taking clothes and going like this and throwing it in.
We had a set of Maytags that we had from 1990 to 2017, and when we got rid of them, they were still working. They had the center agitator, and a lot of people say, those work great, why'd you get rid of them, blah, 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 blah. Well, if you want to go back in the playlist and rehash stuff that we rehashed back out in 2017, then feel free. But I'm not going to necessarily cover that here. So this has saved us a ton of money in water. It does have adjustable water levels. I mean, you can put a lot of water in it, relatively speaking, or you can run it with very little water in it. You can do a lot. But we haven't had any issues with our clothes coming out looking poorly in any way, shape, or form. And one thing I did remember with the Maytags that so many people forget with the old agitator styles, if you would put in, say, jeans, or you'd put in a piece of fabric and it had a run or a tear in it, there was a high opportunity, a high likelihood that it would come back out. Oh, it'd be clean, and it'd be in pieces, because that's how high agitation those center agitators were. This uses the agitation where it literally rubs the clothes against other clothes and itself. And that actually works very well. Believe it or not, some people choose not to believe that. So we recommend these machines for residential stains. If you work on an oil rig or on a farm and you put stuff in and it's got pounds and pounds of dirt in there, then you need an industrial machine. So we live in suburbia and we just have standard, typical residential staining. And
there you have it.
everything works just fine. Okay, so you got all the sheets. Oh,
That's
so something
3
else these
bits.
machines do that I think everybody is aware of now, still drives the wife nuts. She initially thought that it was a fault, and turns out it is a feature. One cool thing that this machine does, and machines of its type, is that it literally twists everything and wrings out as much water as possible. It's a feature. It's not a failure. It's what it's supposed to do. I know it can be annoying, and it's like, oh, everything's all twisted up and knotted up. It's supposed to do that because in the old days, with your center agitator, you remember what you had to do if you washed, like, say, 6 pair of jeans? You'd have pounds and pounds of wet jeans that you would be pulling up, and they would be dripping everywhere, even after running the rinse cycle. And then you'd have to quickly, zip them into the dryer, and they would take, just hours and hours and hours to dry, right? So we don't have that anymore because they're pre-squeezed and scrunched out. But some people are rather annoyed by that.
Yeah, I like unknotting my laundry.
Yeah, it is something you have to do.
All the sheets will twist, and you just sit there and you fight with them. But that's the downside. But again, less dry time, which is my thing I like.
Yeah. It gets the laundry done quicker.
Here we have pods.
Yep.
Get them out. Just little pods.
How many do you use?
Well, I'm debating. 1, 2, and I usually put them on the sides of the
Okay.
agitating.
All right, so you split them up
Disky thing.
evenly. You distribute them evenly.
I'm
All right,
putting
there you
3.
go.
Only because sheets, I want them a little extra clean, so I put
Okay,
a little.
three pods.
Probably can get away with 2, so some of you will probably say
Yeah.
that's too much. but they're sheets. I want them extra clean.
All right.
So that's everything in there.
All right. Now go ahead and run your program that's appropriate for these sheets. Sorry for the glare of the above light, but that's what we got to deal with.
Bulky in sheets. And because the last time I probably did sheets and towels and stuff, it's already set to deep water, high speed for the spinning, which is getting all the water out. Mm-hmm. I just keep it on heavy soil. And obviously they're not dirty. And then I go with just medium warm temperature.
Okay. And it says 1 hour and 8 minutes. Of course, the time varies a little bit throughout the cycle. So it may be close to 1 hour, might be something slightly different than that.
As it fills and probably settles, it'll adjust that time.
Yeah. All right, so go ahead and kick it off.
Yeah. Push and hold it.
Yeah.
And in a second, you'll hear a big thunk.
As the lid lock actually locks.
It'll tell you. Lid lock.
That clunk. Yeah, you heard that. And then it'll run through its cycles. If you want to see the cycles live and how to go and futz with the lid lock. Okay, there we go. Yeah. So verified lid lock. Yep.
Can't get it open if I try.
Can't get it open, yep. By the use of a magnet and filling with a little bit, you can check in the playlist, and this will actually go in the playlist. It'll obviously be the newest one in the playlist. And I show you specifically how to go and fool the lid lock so you can watch the whole thing run. I won't cover that here offhand. There is one odd thing that's happened to both the washer and the dryer. And it's happened, I think, just once each. And it's kind of weird. They stopped singing. So when you would go and she pushes, the buttons and they go ding, 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 and they make the little noise. Same thing with the dryer. It just stopped making the noise. Now the end singing, I think it always did that to let you know, all right, you hit 0, 0 here, everything's done, the machine stops, and then you'd hear do 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 do, whatever noise it makes, and you can hear that in the previous videos too. But it stopped making the noises when you would just touch and change your settings in here, and even going and let's see, here's the washer plug, and then there's the dryer plug. Even removing power didn't reset that. So what I had to do was, you can go on YouTube and search how to enter service mode. And I think it's something like just pick 3 buttons and push them sequentially when you're not running anything. You get into service mode, and then I simply exited service mode. I didn't make any changes whatsoever. I didn't even really look at what was going on. I just entered and then exited service mode, and it brought all the touch sounds back, all the touch feedback. That's the only thing we've done. And I think that happened once in the washing machine and then once in the dryer. It was after a number of years. So that's the only quirk that we've had. But again, absolutely no repairs whatsoever. No serviceman has come out. We haven't had to take anything apart. So will these machines, we paid $500 each for them, so about $1,000 total, plus tax. These machines are 5.5 years old. I personally don't expect them to last 10 years. If they do, great. But right now, I just did a calculation. So this machine right here, say $500 divided by 66 months, it's less than $8 a month. Purchase price, not to run it with electricity and all the other soaps and stuff that she uses, but just less than $8 a month. Same thing for that, and it's getting cheaper as time goes on. So all I can say is, I know the vast majority of the people who've purchased these, I made a video on that too, really like them. There's some people that absolutely can't stand them because they need a different type of machine. They need to go and clean, let's say something different than residential dirt. Well, if these machines don't work for you, get something else. So she's decided that she likes these machines so much that whenever these decide to poop out, and I can say, I'm not going to repair these. When they go bad at some point, I'll make a video of that.
Yes, you will.
And then what
He'll
we'll do
repair
is we'll get another set. And she wants another set that's very similar to this. She does not want the front load. I was talking to her about like front load stuff. She doesn't want to deal with all the bending over. So she definitely wants the top load again. And that's really all we've ever had.
Yep.
So I've certainly gone on long enough. Mrs. VacLab, do you have any closing remarks on the 5.5-year update to this Whirlpool Cabrio pair?
They're a nice set. I like them. You know, like I said, the little quirks of twisting laundry, but hey, twisted laundry is less time in the dryer, so I guess I can live with that. But nope, nice set. Enjoy them. I'd get them again.
Okay, all right. So you heard it from the horse's mouth, so to speak. Yeah. All right. Thanks for watching, and keep the comments clean and respectful. All right. When I did this back in 2017, I got some of the most disrespectful, foul-mouthed, 4-letter word comments out there, and we don't do that on this channel. It's a G-rated channel. So thanks for watching, and stay tuned for more. The sheets are finished. So Mrs. Lab wanted me to show you what it looks like.
See if they're all twisted up or...
Yeah. Any weird shapes? Well, you have a little bit of tenting in there.
Occasionally you get a fitted sheet that wraps around everything at the end, which isn't the end of the world.
Okay, so you can't really see too much twisting. Once she moves that top sheet, maybe we'll see some. It pre-rings everything out for you. Okay. Of course, these are sheets, so they just, you know, they come back apart. It's okay.
Stuck in there. All right, here's the test. Oh, here we go.
Yep. There's the twisting.
Oh, well, that one wasn't too bad.
Now these are
also twin sheets.
Medium dry, halfway dry.
Not bad at all. I mean.
Oh, okay. Yeah, just really damp.
They might take 20 to 30 minutes in there. You don't mind our painted sheet.
Oh yeah, all right. This is our junk sheet.
It didn't come clean. No.
Yeah. No, we don't put that on the bed. It's a junk sheet.
It's our junk sheet we use for the dog
projects.
In the car.
Yeah.
Projects.
Yeah, and the dog. Right. She doesn't care that it has weird stuff on it.
Oh, they didn't twist up this time.
Okay. Well, I mean, you see some evidence of twisting and mangling in there, but again, that's the feature. That's what it's supposed to do.
No, normally it's much worse. Okay, it's being nice for you guys today.
There we go. Yeah.
Usually sheets I fight with.
It comes pre-wrinkled. That's what the dryer's for. We'll ignore Mrs. VacLab's phone in the background. Okay. And
Is that it?
Is that it? Okay.
And then let's see. See the... I gotta pull it out so you can see it better. See the little bit of water that stays in there on both trays?
Yeah.
That's what causes, just sitting there. That's what causes that little bit of...
So if you dumped it out, you probably wouldn't have that.
But then I'd have standing water in the bottom of the...
Yeah. So then you'd have to go to the sink.
I just leave it be.
All right.
And then we put in handy dandy dryer sheet.
Dryer sheet, yep. Must have scented everything. That's
yes.
Mrs. VacLab's insistence.
And then... But first, see, it's blinking. Check lint.
It's almost perfectly clean.
A little bit from the black socks that were in there last.
We've seen much worse.
After I do towels, this is usually covered and you can make a pillow.
She has a lint bucket down there.
Okay. And there's a towel button. See, there's bulky. That was on there for sheets and towels, but we're going to do bulky sheets. Nah. You hear the binging?
Yeah.
I don't go quite as high because I don't want my sheets shrinking. So, almost all the way hot. And 3 out of 4. Off we go.
That's it. All right. Now we're not going to show the end of this. So just a little special extra.
It probably won't even be an hour. That's just the standard until it senses, and then that's going to drop pretty quick.
All right.
I bet you it's probably going to be about 40 minutes for all that in there.
Okay. Great. So you get an extra bonus here at the end of the video, the washing machine video. Thanks for watching.